practice of yoga, but the spirituality, the meditation, the lifestyle, and the 12 steps. The 12 steps is defined originally in Alcoholics Anonymous. I have also definitely participated in Narcotics Anonymous, in the Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families, and CODA. When it was explained to me that the 12 steps is a pathway to spiritual awakening, it's not a pathway to get sober or improve your relationships. Now, that all happens, but the true pathway and when I finally, after years and years of living in relapse, got sober, was through having a spiritual awakening, through yogic spirituality and the 12 steps as my guide to get there. So that's what I like to share. And with today's meditation gathering, we're going to talk about winter solstice and the theme of going from darkness to light. So we're going from the longest period of darkness, the longest night, and every day now, we're gonna get a little brighter. The days are gonna get a little longer. And really, I think that that's a perfect analogy for most people's spiritual awakening, in the sense of slowly it gets a little brighter and a little brighter. And there's those dark, dark days where the clouds come in, but slowly and slowly it gets brighter and brighter, and we awaken a little bit more and a little bit more. And yes, there are those who are blessed with the sudden grand light bulb going on awakening. But even in the story of the Buddha, where he sat under a Bodhi tree and had his awakening, he had worked and struggled for years to get to his awakening as well. So we must always remember that for everybody's path, Jesus included, it's a struggle. It can be a struggle, but it's the lessons that we learn on the way that strengthen us to get to that point. And there's nothing I hear more in my life than, oh, I can't meditate. And, I really want to share that. A lot of the time when people say that, I think that they're what they think of meditation is not exactly what meditation is meant to be. And very few beings just drop in, zone out, plug in. It's a practice, and it's something that we work on constantly. Why we call it a practice, because it takes time. And you have good, effective days, and you have days where at least you just slow everything down, even if it's 3 minutes, So as we go through the practice today, on top of winter solstice, there's this thing going on in the world right now, unprecedented for our times. And that's been extremely challenging for everybody with the COVID. And you know what? We're not out of it yet. So it's been real hard, and it was really unexpected, I think, for almost everybody. And it's been a huge change and a huge shift. But now we got a ways to go. I believe that it's going to get lighter and lighter. There's going to be some hard times, but now can we make a choice to go, okay, this is happening. We lean into our powerlessness. If there's anything in the world that I'm more powerless over than alcohol and drugs, it's the COVID situation. Like, I can do nothing about this. So what can I do with this time? Because I got a lot of time alone. I got a lot of time at home. I got a lot of time without direct connection. I'm lacking hugs like everybody else. So how can I take this time and use it productively? And if we take a look at the opportunities of having this time alone to dive deeper into our spiritual practice and let that deepen who we are and strengthen who we are and give us the ability to be there to support other people, if we can shift the mentality and we can lean into the powerlessness and acceptance, the radical acceptance that this is the way it is, and what am I going to do to make life better for myself and all of those around me. So that's the theme that we're going to get started with today. So whether you're in a chair or sitting down, find somewhere comfortable. A chair is okay. We're not going to do a lot of asana. We're not going to do a physical practice today. We'll do a few stretching exercises to prepare us to sit in meditation. And number one, get rid of the judgment. There is no, you're not, doing good or doing bad in your meditation. You're just meditating. So really get rid of the judgment and just experience what we go through. All right. So we're going to start with just a minute or two of long, deep breathing. And then we're going to chant Om 3 times. And then we're going to sit in that vibration. Now, Om is the sound of the universe. It is the infinite vibration. It said when there was the Big Bang went Om. So we're more than just chanting. We're more than just making a sound. We're vibrating, and we're putting ourselves into the vibration of the universe. So let's assume a comfortable position, everybody. Sitting up nice and tall, straight spine as possible. Roll the shoulders back. No, you don't need a fancy hand posture or mudra. If we'd like to have a nice pressure point, and put the thumb and the forefinger together on the knees. You can bring the hands together in the lap. Whatever's going to make you most comfortable and having a nice, straight, tall spine. And if it's comfortable for you, if you're in a safe environment, close the eyes down, roll the eyes up and bring the focus to the space between and above the eyebrows, the Anjana chakra, 7th chakra. Our focus, our center of our intelligence, our wisdom center, and just place the eyes there and come into stillness. And without too much effort, let's inhale deeply and exhale fully. Start having that inhale and the exhale be of equal length and equal volume. And with every exhale, letting go of any physical, mental, and spiritual tension. And on every inhale, pulling up strong and tall, feeling present. And as throughout this next hour or so, as the thoughts come, just let them go. Don't attach to any of them. Don't judge them. Don't judge where you are. Your mind does what your mind does. And it's a practice to work on letting go of the thoughts, letting go of thinking that you can have control over them 100% of the time. And every time you find yourself distracted and following a thought, let it go and just come back. Feel the breath come in, feel the breath go out. Listen to the sound of the air coming in and the air going out. There's nothing else to do right now but that. And this is the most basic, in ways, the most powerful meditation is just the meditation on the breath and being present to the breath and only the breath. The breath, the prana, the life force. a witness to see what's going on and just let it come and let it go. And I invite you to keep the eyes closed down, rub the palms together, creating some heat in the palms. And bringing the hands to the heart center and sitting up tall and strong in this position and continuing that long, deep breath for another few breath cycles. And keeping the eyes rolled to the Anjana chakra, we'll prepare to chant deeply Om 3 times. And with each sound that we make, we vibrate at that Anjana chakra. And we bring the sound up from the lower chakras, up the spine, vibrating the nervous system. And bringing our breath into unison, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully, and inhaling to chant. Inhale fully. Inhale. And just let the breath return to a meditative practice. And the breath flow in and out, holding the presence in this time and this space, continuing to relax and let go with every exhale. All right. We'll gently put the hands down and gently open the eyes for a moment. And we're going to move into our next meditation, actual meditation. This is the alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to do 3 short breath meditations that you'll be able to have all the time, with 3 different intentions and outcomes for them. The alternate nostril breathing is a perfect breath to start before any meditation. If you're doing a silent meditation, a chanting meditation, what have you, it sets us up, it balances out. It balances the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and it sets us to shunya, to 0. It sets us to the middle ground, the middle path. It's very simple. It's very simple. And we're going to either take the thumb and forefinger or the thumb and the pinky. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. It doesn't, we don't have to get too caught up in judgments of which finger. But the essence of it is the breath. So first of all, we're going to take the thumb and we're going to close the right nostril. And we're going to inhale deeply through the right nostril. We're going to hold the breath and we're going to switch. We're going to close the left nostril and we're going to exhale through the right nostril. And then we're going to inhale right. Hold the breath, switch again, exhale left. Inhale left. Hold the breath, switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. Switch, hold the breath, switch, and exhale left. Continuing that pace at your own pace. You want to inhale fully, hold the breath, switch the hand, exhale fully. Find a count for yourself, whether it's 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and just keep that breath the same count on the inhale and the exhale. And on every inhale, we're pulling up strong and tall. And again, on every exhale, we're letting go, releasing everything that no longer serves us. And relaxing into the meditation. And just keep that pattern going. And always, always remembering, if you drift off to thoughts, it's okay. Don't judge it. Just come back to where you were. Come back to the practice. Especially if you're new at this. Just try it out without expectation and see what happens. We're balancing the negative mind, the positive mind, and the neutral mind. We're just coming to center. Nothing more than that. A little less than a minute to go. If you've drifted off, come back to the breath, come back to the practice. The next time you exhale, release the hand and inhale deeply through both nostrils. Pull up strong and tall and hold the breath. Hold the breath until it becomes uncomfortable. Then when you're ready, exhale. Bring the hand down to the knee, to whatever relaxed posture you're in. Keep the eyes closed and just return to that same inhale, exhale, relaxed pattern. And just check in. Where are you at? How do you feel? Without judgment, without expectation, just check in on where you're at. All right, so let's Let's just do a few little stretching exercises before we move into the next meditation in case we've built any physical tension up. So whether you're sitting cross-legged or on a chair, you can be able to just slowly rotate around the spine, doing something we call Sufi grinds. Rotating, and begin to inhale as you come forward, exhale as you roll back, and slowly making the circles bigger if possible. And as always, if it's available to you, closing the eyes down. When we close the eyes down, we quiet one of our senses. And the eyes don't move, the mind has the ability to move less distractions, bringing yourself more inside to the inner self. Inhaling fully as you come forward, exhaling as the belly compresses. Next time you come to the front and center, reverse the direction, come around the opposite way. And if it's available, maybe making the circles a little bigger, and the breath a little deeper on the inhale, and a little more deep exhale as you come around the back. We work on the spine and spinal exercises as the spine holds our nervous system. By having a healthy spine, have a healthy nervous system, the flow of energy in our nervous system being able to move more freely. And the next time you come to center, inhale again. Inhale fully, pull the energy up the spine, hold the breath. As we exhale, roll the spine all the way back, pull the shoulders forward, exhale all the air, and then inhale forward, heart center, bring the shoulders back, exhale back, inhale forward. Trying to round the entire spine. Full arch either way. Getting a good stretch into the shoulders as well. Fully stretching forward, fully stretching back. And coming to center, nice straight spine. Once again, inhale, pull up. Hold the breath. Exhale. Relax. Once again, checking in. How does the body feel? Where's the tension? If there's any tension, see if you can gently release it. Move anything that you need to move to get that out. Here you're sitting cross-legged at any point, and the legs start to hurt to the point that it's distracting you from the meditation, from the space you're in. Feel free, stretch out the legs, give them a little shake, make yourself comfortable, grab another pillow to get up a little higher. You know, we want to be comfortable to the point where if we're being distracted from what we're doing, we make adjustments. But we also want to have the practice of sitting in a little discomfort, because in life, there's a lot of discomfort. And the practice of sitting for long periods of time in yoga is to accept the discomfort, sit in the discomfort, see how you can move through the discomfort. So there's a difference, very fine line sometimes, between discomfort and pain. We never want to be in pain, physically causing ourselves pain that could be long-term damage. But it is a good practice to practice sitting in discomfort and seeing how we can pass through it at times. Okay, so there's one little thing. You know, we did a little physical work there, but in the first world we know more as the yoga, but it's also good to point out that yoga is the union of ourselves with the infinite. Asana is one limb of the 8 limbs of yoga, which is the physical practice of yoga. So when people say to me, I can't do yoga, they're misinterpreting. They can't get all bendy and twisty and look good in spandex. Very different than doing yoga. Doing yoga is coming into union with the infinite. So now we'll just do a couple little educational yogic tips as we move through this. All right, so another good tip, as I'm imagining that there are a number of you I know, for example, in this room who are in recovery from addiction. When we look at coming up to, or right in the middle of, now, obviously there's a lot less parties to go to, but we're probably going to be doing Zoom parties, family gatherings. We still have supporting family and stress that they're going through, our own stress that we're going to. We can have a lot of craving to satisfy that through our usual habitual escapes. There's one yogic breath that's really helpful for the physical cravings, especially, is what's called a Sitali Pranayama. So there's 2 forms of it. I'll show us the first one. We'll practice that. And then if you can't do the first one, I'm going to show an alternative. So it's very simply this, is that the hands again are placed whatever way that you're most comfortable, that you can sit with the straightest spine. We're going to sit, we're going to curl the tongue like a straw. And we're going to sip the air as we inhale through the curled tongue. And then closing the mouth, exhale through the nose and relax and release everything that no longer serves us. And then sip the cool air through the tongue again. Close the mouth, exhale nose. Inhale tongue. Close the mouth, exhale nose, like a circle, like a cycle. Inhaling through the tongue, cool air, feel it. Bring the cool air all the way down into the belly, expanding the belly as we inhale, pushing the belly button back to the spine as we exhale. Now, those of you who can curl your tongue, continue that breath pattern, working if you want to add a count of 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, wherever you're at, so that the inhale and the exhale are the same length and volume. And if you're one of those 10% of people who can't curl their tongue, then the other option for this is to take the tip of the tongue and touch it to the roof of the mouth where the hard palate and the soft palate meet. And give a good pressure, not a strain, but a pressure to that pressure point. And inhale through slightly puckered lips. And again, you feel the cooling of the air come over the back of the tongue. Close the mouth. Exhale through the nose. Slightly puckered lips. Tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Close the mouth. Exhale, nose. All right, so sipping through the curled tongue, or tongue to the roof of the mouth as the air cools the tongue, and continuing that breath pattern. We're bringing the focus to the breath, the pattern, the pacing. And with every exhale, we let go of that craving, and we consciously know it's not going to serve us. Whether it's a cigarette, that drink, that drug, that food that no longer serves us, let it go. It's not going to help. If it is, it'll be temporary gratification with a bad end, and we know this. And when we reach deep into our true self through meditations such as this, we know the truth, and we let it go. We let go of the craving. Keep the mind focused on the breath, on the meditation, on the pattern. Wherever you're at, let go to the judgment. Another minute to go. Go a little deeper. Maybe make the breath a little deeper and a little longer. All right, and on the next inhale, bring it in, bigger, deeper breath, deep as you can. Fill the belly, fill the lungs, hold the breath in. Pull up strong and tall, squeeze the lower muscles, bring the energy up the spine. When it becomes uncomfortable, release the breath, keep the eyes closed. And just sit in it. Sit in where you're at, wherever you're at. See how you feel. How was that? Staying in the present. At its essence, meditation is being present to what's going on, being in radical acceptance of what's going on, and through that seeing the truth of the way it is, without judgment, just being in the truth. That is the light that we seek. The wisdom is in that truth of the way that it is. All right, so open your eyes gently. Let's shake that out a bit. Let's put the hands on the knees and let's begin to roll the shoulders and bring them forward, up, back, and down. Nice big circles. And begin to inhale as they come forward and up. Exhale as they come back and down. And then every exhale, relax, let go of the stress and the tension. And reverse the directions. The shoulders go back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. Inhale as they come back and up. Exhale, forward and down. A little sigh as you let go. I find myself and most people hold a lot of tension in their shoulders and their necks. So we try and let that go. Let's inhale, bring the shoulders all the way up. Exhale, let them drop down. Inhale up, exhale down. And always, every exhale, we just let it go. Whenever you're doing any of these exercises, breathing through the nose. And now if you're stuffed up ever, you're a little congested, you can always just breathe through that slightly puckered mouth. Inhale up. Exhale, let go. Oh, yeah. How's that feel? Better? Okay. I'll do one more breath meditation before our final meditation for today. This meditation is known best for its ability to relieve stress and anxiety. Still to this day, a go-to for me. If I find myself getting a little caught up, a little worked up, things are going a little too fast, I got too much going on, I got to calm the mind down, then we're going to go to the left nostril breathing. So we're going to just take whatever's comfortable, your thumb, your forefinger, your pinky. I'm going to use my forefinger. We're going to just close the right nostril. We're going to inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. And it's that simple. We're just inhaling and exhaling through the left nostril. We're activating our parasympathetic nervous system. We're giving ourselves just a little hug, just a little nervous system hug. An alternative breath pattern to this is we're inhaling through the left nostril, exhaling through the mouth. And that second option is also very good if you're even slightly congested, because it's harder to exhale. And then sometimes you find yourself struggling to exhale. You can always exhale through the mouth. So see which one works best for you where you're at today, and let's just sit in that for another minute and a half. And really sitting into that, finding that place of compassion within yourself, and breathing into the heart center with that deep inhale. And knowing it's all going to be all right. Just believing it's all going to work out okay. It's all right. The universe has your back. This is one of those times where I find that the merger of prayer and meditation, we're asking for some help, we're asking for some solace, higher power, man. Just give me some light, give me some love. Help me let go. And then physically, we're working on the nervous system to help cool it down. Once again, the next time you exhale, let the hand down. Inhale deeply through both the nostrils. Holding the breath in, hyperoxygenating the blood, bringing the energy up the spine. When you're ready, letting go, exhale. Just taking a minute to let the breath return to a natural inhale, exhale, relaxed flow. And a check in where you're at. All right. So for the fuller meditation today, these are some short practices, all very good. Now we're going to do a little deeper one. But again, check in. There's no judgment. You've probably never done this before. We're going to chat. We're going to move into from my Kundalini training path, a meditation that expands on more than just the breath in the present time. And we're going to lean into bhakti. Bhakti is the yoga of devotion and the yoga of devoting ourselves to our practice and to our higher power. And it's generally bowing, celebrating, chanting, with the whirling dervishes. That's a bhakti. When we look at the Hare Krishnas chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna until they reach their enlightenment. You know, we're going to do a similar one to that. And with the winter solstice today, with the moving from darkness to light, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe, from darkness to light, Guru, the teacher. So Wahe Guru is the teacher, the infinite wisdom, the higher power that helps move us from darkness to light. And I was thinking about in preparation this morning when I was meditating, what came to me is a good analogy for those of us in recovery. And when we talk about hitting our bottom, when we talk about being at our darkest, the darkest point, and then we see that little speck, that pinhole, that light, that hope, and slowly we move toward the light. We move toward the light and away from the darkness, toward sobriety, away from addiction, toward being clean, toward the life of the true self that we're destined to live. So as we go through this today, meditate on what resonates for you in moving from darkness to light. And whether you're early in recovery, whether you're coming back from a relapse, whether you've been technically clean and sober for a long time, but you're not rocking it, man. You're not fully happy. You're not fully entrenched in the light. That's okay. Don't judge where you are, but accept where you are. Today is where you are today. But work on the belief that you can move to lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay? Wahe Guru. Wahe Guru. The teacher that moves me from darkness to light. So why I like these type of meditations is because, especially when I first got into just sitting quietly and just meditating on the breath is hard. Come on, it's hard, you know, but if we can do things and give the mind's doing what the mind does. The mind's doing what it's programmed to do, what it's got to do. It's got to think, it's got to come up with stuff. The lizard brain has to protect us, right? The monkey mind has to keep us busy. Our job, the true self, is to quiet that. So there's a number of tools. Chanting is one of them. Movement is another one. So we're going to chant Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Geo. Geo is an affectionate term for our higher power, for our teacher, you know, that we use very lovingly, you know, like our best friend's nickname. Think of it like that. Now, this is one of my favorite meditations to do, especially at this time when we're getting rid of stuff. And it's also a great meditation for unloading. We're literally going to go Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Geo. And what we're doing is we're scooping up the past, we're putting it behind us. We can't change it, can't do anything about it. Let's unload it. Okay, we're going to scoop it away and clear it out. Clear everything that doesn't serve us anymore. We're going to scoop it up, throw it behind us. Nothing we can do about it. Let's get rid of it. Okay. So we're just going to dive right into this. I'm going to have some musical accompaniment, play a track from Snatum Kaur, who sings much better than I do. And we're going to chant along with that. And she'll chant, it's what's called a call and response. So we're going to rest once while she chants, and then there's an audience track chanting back to her, and then that's where we're going to chant. And then we take a break, and then that way as well, we don't get so physically tired. If you're physically tired, if you get distracted, if you run out of breath, just sit in it, just chant. If chanting's too weird, chant mentally. See what the experience is for you without judgment. Try it out. Okay? And you get out of it what you put into it. Just like, you know, your sobriety, just like your life, you get out of it what you put into it. And some days you put into it what you got. Other days you can dig a little deeper. So see where you're at and go with that. Okay. So we're just going to start right into it. We're going to go for 7 minutes. Okay. We're going to go for 7 minutes, a little deeper. Hopefully everybody's got a little extra time today. I'm just going to check it out, try it out, lean into it. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall and straight spine. deeply. Inhale deeply. Inhale fully. Squeeze the energy. Squeeze the lower muscles, the core. Bring the energy up the spine. Hold the breath. Exhale. Relax. Keep the eyes closed and sit. Just sit in that energy. Sit in the release. Sit in the space, being present. And this is the time where we accept where we are. We admit and we accept our powerlessness over our addiction. We come to believe in the possibilities of our true selves. And we make a decision to do the work, to do the practice, to come into our true selves, to be the best we can be. All right, once again, let's rub the palms together and coming into prayer pose. The hands at the chest, and sitting up tall and strong. And once again, in unison, we'll vibrate with the universe. We'll chant Om 3 times to close this practice, this time together, and bring ourselves in vibration with the universe and hold that as much as we can through our day, through our lives, and know that we can come back to this space at any point. And with practice, it gets easier, gentler, quieter, and deeper. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale to chant. Light to all, love to all, peace to all. Peace, peace, peace. May all beings be happy. So, thank you for taking this time. Your soul thanks you for taking this time for yourselves to be in community. A few things, please take note. Doing this again with a bit more of a physical practice. We'll do a bit more of an asana, a yoga practice, not too much and not too hard, but we want to show everybody that everybody can do the physical practice to whatever they're available. So I'm going to do what I call Hathalini, my practice, and I'm going to share that on New Year's Day at the same time on New Year's Day. So please look at my social media feeds and respond to an email. I'll be sending that out, reminders for the invitation. And as well, keep in mind that that's going to kick off Rediscovery 2021. The program I have, the recovery program that I have, that merges yogic practice and the 12 steps. And here's a fresh announcement, hot off the presses. Starting on January 15th, there's going to be 3 ways to take the new full 12-step for spirituality program, Rediscovery 2021. On the 15th, the Friday, the 15th of January, we'll kick off a weekend workshop, which will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all online, live, interactive. If you're not available for that weekend, that's going to kick off 12 days of 12 steps, 1 step a day, live and interactive. And if you're not available for that, starting February 1st, the program is going to be available as a at your own pace program. And it'll be even fuller. It's going to have PDFs. It's going to have some more deeper work than just the 1 class. And it's going to be a full, deep program. And registration for that is going to all start on Christmas Eve. So the 24th, that'll be up online on social media. So please stay in community, practice, believe in yourselves, reach out to the community when you need help. All right. Take care of yourselves. Peace.